when you get there. The General Store on 24 is located on Route 24 in Lewis.
Headlines you can't get through your day without. On Power 101.7.
All right, a lot of stuff going on this morning. Jess, what you got?
All right, here we go. So President Biden is warning U.S. companies about potential cyber attacks by Russia amid the ongoing war in Ukraine and urged them to harden their systems against any such attacks. Speaking before corporate CEOs at the Business Roundtable, Biden said that there was what he called evolving intelligence that Russia is considering launching cyber attacks against critical targets. Now, Biden's top security aide expressed frustration at a press briefing earlier in the day, and targets right now, they are preparing for this activity, and they are scanning websites, and they're hunting for anything that could be vulnerable. So be prepared for that. Also, no survivors have been found in a crash yesterday of China Eastern plane. 123 passengers and 9 crew members were on board, and they crashed into a mountainside. It's unknown of the cause of the 737-800 jet. Fell from the sky shortly before it began its descent for arrival in the city that it was, making its approach to. It burst into a huge fireball when it crashed. The plane had taken off from Kunming, and it was flying about 29,000 feet as it entered into the steep, fast dive around 2:20 p.m. Sad news to report there. Confirmation hearings began before the Senate committee yesterday for the Supreme Court nominee Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson, who is confirmed and would be the first black woman of the nation's highest court. The 51-year-old delivered a statement in which she thanked God and her family, and she spoke about the country and the Constitution.
It is extremely humbling to be considered for Justice Breyer's seat, and I know that I could never fill his shoes. But if confirmed, I would hope to carry on his spirit. I have been a judge for nearly a decade now, and I take that responsibility and my duty to be independent very seriously. I decide cases from a neutral posture. I evaluate the facts, and I interpret and apply the law to the facts of the case before me without fear or favor, consistent with my judicial oath. During this hearing, I hope that you will see how much I love our country and the Constitution and the rights that make us free. I have dedicated my career to ensuring that the words engraved on the front of the Supreme Court building, equal justice under law, are a reality and not just an ideal.
Okay, there you go.
Amazing. Without fear or favor. In Salisbury, Mayor Jake Day shares Here is Home, and the initiative is already showing progress to bring more housing to Salisbury. Providing more affordable housing options is a mission for the city of Salisbury, and Mayor Jake Day says that this marks a 6-month anniversary from when he announced the Here is Home initiative. To accomplish that, he says it's happening right in front of our eyes, faster than we can act, faster than we can start to drive rents down and home prices down. Mayor Jake Day spoke of the reserve at Parsons Lake, which is where some of the new housing will be built, and says that it's just the tip of the iceberg for affordable housing in Salisbury. So it's a really, really great sight to see. Also, it's official. Outdoor dining in Rehoboth Beach is now a year-round affair.
Oh, wow. You know what, though? Like, that's cool. Like, we're able to go and there's more room to sit outside and the night when it's nice out and all this,
Yep.
I think there are some positives that we picked up from the pandemic. Even though there's a lot of negative, there were some couple positives.
Yeah, so outdoor dining has become very, very popular. It adds, some character to the city. There is a catch, though. Restaurants can no longer take up the entire sidewalk and forcing the pedestrians into the blocked-off walkways in the street. But eateries in downtown Rehoboth say that they need to leave at least 7 feet of open sidewalks, and they are going to do that. For restaurants on the first block of Rehoboth Avenue, that requirement is up to 8 feet. But they will have barriers at least 42 inches high. It's going to be installed. They're going to have a perimeter. But outdoor dining space is very popular, and it's going to be a year-round affair.
Okay.
All right? And in Cambridge, a Cambridge teen is behind bars following a shooting that left a child critically injured On Sunday afternoon at around 4:50 p.m., police responded to the 500 block of Clinton Street for a report of a 7-year-old child who had been shot. The child reportedly suffered from a single gunshot wound to the head, was taken to the hospital, but he was later flown to Johns Hopkins for surgery. We are told that the child remains at Johns Hopkins in critical condition. Officers at the scene learned that the second victim, a 16-year-old, was assaulted in the incident. Further investigation revealed that a 16-year-old male from Cambridge approached another 16-year-old male on the street with a handgun. During this altercation, the handgun discharged and it hit the child, who was standing nearby, in the head. The suspect fled the area. However, officers were able to locate him a short time later. Right now, he is currently being held without bond. Sad.
6:41. It is the Bill and Jessica Show. Shout out to Shelly White. She was the first one to text in her name and email. Got hooked up with that Panama digital download. Keep listening. We got more of those on the way. Also, keep listening out for that free gas sounder. It is the Bill and Jessica Show. We got sports coming up. Here's Black Bear. Good morning.